Well, hey folks, welcome to Tim's Offgrid. I'm out here in my favorite place to be, out in the mountains of West Virginia. You can see behind me is a mountain ridge that heads on into Virginia over here. So that's more heading east, and then headed this way is going west into West Virginia further. So today I'm setting up a land navigation course, but it's going to be for nighttime. So I've got to take that into consideration. This is going to be like a Dutch dropping course, except that are going to be given coordinates and approximate number of feet to those coordinates. And then I'm going to have Ziploc bags. I'm going to hang a Ziploc bag on the back of the tree. And in the Ziploc bag, there will either be a gold coin or a silver coin. So if they get to the right coordinate, there'll be a gold coin. If they get to the wrong coordinate or too far away from it, there'll be a silver coin. So there'll always be a red herring so many feet away from the actual coordinate. So they're going to start navigating about 9 o'clock at night. And they're going to be working their way around this course at nighttime and trying to figure out how to best do that. There's going to be a couple things that I'm going to give them in their arsenal of tools. So they'll get a compass with an arrow and a dial here, so you can dial in your degrees onto it so you know which direction you're going. So if I say head 180 degrees for 300 feet, they're heading the right direction. Since it's going to be nighttime, I'm not going to be saying things like head for the pine tree, head for the oak tree. It's just going to be feet and then the degrees. I'm also going to give them reflective thumbtacks. What's the purpose of the reflective thumbtack? Well, if they get off course and they want to navigate back where they came from, I'll tell you, it's going to get pretty hard for them to find that tree that they started from. So if they have a reflective thumbtack and they put it on the tree where they started, they can find their way back to the original tree. Hunters use those to find their tree stands and other locations early in the morning when they're headed out to their tree stands to get set up for daylight. So I figured that would be a good idea versus breadcrumbs that animals might eat as they're walking around. So without further ado, I'm going to get started. So we're going to start from this location here. I'm using my rangefinder too, because I don't want to have to count all my paces, so I can shoot object I'm headed toward and get the yards, divide by 3 to get the feet. And then in my handy dandy notebook, I'm going to write down, number 1, X degrees, X number of feet. I'm going to put that gold coin on there, and then I'm going to walk a few degrees over and post a silver coin to a tree. So whichever one they make it to first, they have to grab that one. They can't say, oh, let's redo it and go get the gold coin. They're going to have to stick with the one they got. So I'm trying to run this as a one and done. If they get to a point they don't see a coin, they need to trek back and restart. So I think that's pretty fair. So that's my modified version of Dutch dropping, using coordinates, so to speak, or degrees on a compass, and giving them points to navigate to. Eventually, we'll go around in the woods, and they'll head back, and they'll end up at camp. But we had never done night navigation before, and I think this is real. This is something that people would be faced with, and think if there's a lot of cloud coverage, if you don't have a compass, it's going to be pretty hard to navigate without the stars or the moon for nighttime navigation. You're going to need a compass. So let's get to it. So starting out at our first point, I'm looking at that tree right there with the rangefinder. It's like 39 yards. Multiply by 3 to get my feet. And then holding the compass flat, I need to make sure that I've got north lined up. And then I rotate the degrees toward that tree. So we're almost at 0 degrees. So it's more like probably 5 degrees to that tree. So if I was to hold this up a little bit and show you. So there's the tree. And I've got north going a little bit to my left. And I got the arrow basically pointing at the tree. So if we pull that back and make sure to hold the compass flat, then we take a look at it, and I'm probably about 5 degrees. So that'll be our first point, 5 degrees and 39 yards, or close to 120 feet. All right, back here in the back of the tree, we posted the gold coin. I went through the tougher part of the Ziploc bag so it'll hold on better with wind and stuff like that. And I'm going to go off, probably I'll find something close to here, maybe trees right over there, and I'll post a silver coin over there. All right, for this next point, let's say that I want to navigate to that tree right there, okay? We're going to hold the compass, and I'm standing right next to the tree we just posted gold coin on. We're going to take the compass and point it towards that tree. Then we need to spin the dial so that we have north, landing on actual north on the compass, all right? So I'll pause and do that with my free hand, all right? So I'm holding the compass flat, getting it dialed in. Easier said than done with one hand, right? There we go. So pointing towards that tree with the compass on north, it's going to be right about 40 degrees. So if you follow that straight on out to that tree right there. So again, dial the compass into north, rotating it. After you've if you were navigating, first choose your degrees and then rotate to north. But in this case, I'm rotating over to north first, and then I'm trying to dial in what point I want to navigate to. All right, so that's 40 degrees. And with the rangefinder, that is 60 yards away to that tree. And I'm just checking our bearing one more time. All right, looking good. All right, I just posted the gold coin. I'm going to go over here to this tree to post the silver coin. Here's a variant I didn't think about. Put these in brown bags. That way they can't even see what color the coin is. They've got to make a choice if they navigated to the right place or not. So right back here, move over just slightly. Right back here is where we started from. This was our next tree. That's our decoy tree. But if you had solid bags like brown paper bags, they're going to have to make a choice, and then they're going to have to collect whatever they collect, but they can't take both. That's the better way to do it, now that I'm thinking about it. For this next one, we can go 77 yards down this hill. I pinged off of that rock right there to get the 77 yards. So what we would do with the compass to get the reading for 77 yards is, first I want to lay my arrow on that rock. All right. And then I've got to rotate the dial until the green is in the middle of the north arrow, red. All right. So right about there, it's looking like it's about 140 degrees straight down there to that rock. So again, what I did, and let me just dial this back, is I've got my arrow pointed at the rock. So I'm going to rotate my dial until I've got north in between the 2 points on the compass and pointing north on the red portion of the dial of the arrow. All right. So we're looking like right around either between 130 and 140. Let me hit 140 right quick. All right, 140 is off. So it is closer to 130. Maybe even 135. 135 it is. There we go. All right, folks. So I hope that was useful for you. ideas on how to set up a nighttime navigation course. So again, I would use paper bags or something solid to put these coins in so they can't tell. Put them about 20, 30 yards apart from each other when you get to the coordinates, and they've got to choose if they're at the right one or not. They can backtrack using those reflective thumbtacks back to where they started from and repace themselves and reorient themselves. But I think that's a pretty cool night navigation course for the youth to try out. All right, hope you enjoyed it and have a fantastic day. Thank you.